The first sign came at 300 hours, when Sergeant Marcus Kane's thermal scope detected movement that shouldn't exist. 3 heat signatures, each registering 15 degrees cooler than human baseline, glided through the Afghan mountains with inhuman precision. Kane had been tracking Taliban insurgents for 6 days, but these weren't Taliban. These weren't even human. The creatures moved like liquid shadow, their elongated limbs bending at impossible angles as they navigated the rocky terrain. Through his Schmidt and bendoscope, Kane could make out their distinctive features: obsidian black skin that seemed to absorb light, eyes that glowed with a sickly yellow luminescence, and weapons that hummed with an energy he'd never encountered. Kane's radio crackled to life. "Overwatch, this is Command. We're getting similar reports from sniper teams worldwide. London, Tokyo, Moscow, they're all seeing the same thing." The alien assassins had arrived. 6 months earlier, humanity had received the ultimatum. A massive vessel, larger than Manhattan, had materialized in Earth's orbit without warning. The message came in perfect English, broadcast simultaneously in every major language across the globe. "Your species has been designated for termination. Submit to the Valdor Empire's authority or face extinction." World leaders had laughed at first. Then the demonstrations began. Cities in remote locations simply vanished, not destroyed, but erased, as if they had never existed. The message was clear: this was not a negotiation. But humanity had something the Valdor Empire hadn't anticipated. They had warriors like Marcus Kane. Kane had earned his reputation in the sandbox, credited with 347 confirmed kills across 4 tours. His record shot was 2,847 meters, a Taliban commander taken down with a single round from his custom .50 caliber rifle. The army had nicknamed him the American Reaper, and for good reason. Now, as he tracked the alien assassins through his crosshairs, Kane felt the familiar calm settle over him. Wind speed 3.2 mph from the northwest. Temperature 4 degrees Celsius. Range 1,200 meters. The calculations flowed through his mind automatically, muscle memory built from thousands of hours of training. The lead assassin stopped suddenly, its head tilting, as if sensing something. Kane's blood ran cold, as those yellow eyes seemed to look directly at his position. The creature's mouth opened, revealing rows of crystalline teeth, and it made a sound like grinding metal. They knew he was there. Kane didn't hesitate. His finger found the trigger, and the rifle roared. The .50 caliber round struck the alien's center mass, but instead of dropping, the creature staggered backwards, dark fluid spraying from the wound. It was hurt, but not down. "Command be advised," Kane whispered into his radio. "Standard ammunition appears to have limited effectiveness. These things are tough." The other 2 assassins moved with lightning speed, zigzagging up the mountainside toward his position. Kane cycled the bolt and fired again, catching the second creature in what he assumed was its head. This time, it dropped like a stone, the yellow glow fading from its eyes. "Headshots," Kane muttered. Note to self. The remaining assassin disappeared from view, but Kane wasn't worried. He'd been playing this game longer than this alien had been breathing whatever it breathed. He shifted position, moving to a secondary nest he'd prepared earlier. Minutes passed in silence. Then Kane's peripheral vision caught movement. The creature was climbing the cliff face directly below his position, using some kind of bioluminescent tendrils to anchor itself to the rock. It was fast, but Kane was faster. The shot took the alien in the back of what passed for its skull, and the creature plummeted into the valley below. Kane's radio exploded with chatter. Similar encounters were being reported worldwide. In Afghanistan, British SAS snipers had engaged a team of 4 assassins. In the Rocky Mountains, a Marine Scout sniper had taken down an entire alien squad. The pattern was emerging. Earth's military snipers were proving to be the aliens' worst nightmare. The Valdor Empire had made a critical miscalculation. They'd sent assassins designed for stealth and infiltration, creatures built to eliminate targets quietly and efficiently. But they'd encountered something they hadn't prepared for: humans who could kill from impossible distances with primitive kinetic weapons. Over the following weeks, the alien assassination teams found themselves hunted by an enemy they couldn't understand. Every time they materialized on Earth, they were met by ghost-like figures who struck from kilometers away and vanished before retaliation was possible. Kane personally accounted for 12 more alien kills over the next month. Each engagement taught him something new about their weaknesses. They were vulnerable to head trauma. Their thermal camouflage didn't work against certain spectrums of infrared. They communicated through subsonic frequencies that could be jammed. The psychological impact on the Valdor Empire was devastating. Their perfect assassins were being systematically eliminated by what they considered a primitive species. The aliens had energy weapons that could vaporize matter, ships that could cross galaxies, technology that seemed like magic, but they couldn't defend against a human with a rifle and the patience to wait for the perfect shot. 3 months after the first assassin teams landed, the Valdor vessel in orbit sent another message: "Your species has proven adequate. We withdraw our termination order." Kane was cleaning his rifle when the news came through. He'd spent his entire adult life perfecting the art of killing at long range, never imagining that skill would one day save his entire species. As he ran the cleaning rod through the barrel, he allowed himself a rare smile. The American sniper had done what diplomats and generals couldn't. He'd made the galaxy take notice of humanity's potential. Sometimes, the old ways were still the best ways.